The record said this morning he's due in court this afternoon. So.
Oh, is he?
Aye.
Oh, so he's flown back already?
Yep.
Well, see, the interesting thing, the bits I was reading was that apparently, and again, this is one of these alleged statements, that whether he's actually happy to come back and get this stuff out in the open, because obviously David Murray's involved, all that sort of stuff, and the rumour was, and I guess the rumour was that he has recordings of most of their meetings and stuff. So if I think it's one of those things that if Craigie Boy's going down, there's a shed load of them going down with him. So
including Duff and Phelps, by the sounds of things.
It sounds like they're up to their ears in it, but I'm not sure we can talk about that. Legally, are we allowed to talk about it?
All you need to do is say allegedly after everything you say, Pat, and you're covered.
Allegedly, they've been very naughty boys. So yes, it'll be interesting to see. But there's this whole thing about it must have been Phil McGillivray and stuff about what's his name, Mike Ashley. Has basically said there is no more money for the Huns, for Sevco, sorry. So it's they have no source of income, but
allegedly
they've got nothing to borrow against. Basically they've got no way of raising funds. So, and I think from what I gather, and again I can't remember which article I read it in, but all the stuff about Graham Wallace not getting paid off and all sort of bonuses and stuff like that, they're all due this month. So they've got enough money in the bank to pay, I think, wages, but they can't pay out Graham Wallace, and they can't pay, and basically the bills are stacking up.
Yeah.
And I think they went, actually no, wait a minute, don't get me wrong, didn't their the accounts came out, and I think Deloitte's have pretty much said something along the lines of they need £8 million or something like that, just to basically stay as they are to the end of the season. And I think, and if it's true that Ashley has come out and said, not Ashley, but through his minion in the club, Lambias or something like that anyway, has pretty much said, according to Phil McGillivray, that he isn't loaning them any more money. Well, yep, they're up shit creek, buddy. So
this game against them at the end of January or beginning of February might not even happen, because they might be dead again.
Well, I mean, I watched a bit of the game last week.
Dead for the first time, because this is a new club.
It is a new club, well correct. Yeah. I watched the game against, the part of the game against Hearts. Was it last weekend?
Oh,
the weekend before, I can't remember.
That was quite enjoyable. That's the first time I've watched Sevco for many, many moons. But I missed the first 15-20 minutes of it, so I missed the sending off, but I've since seen it. But I watched the rest of it, and it was hilarious. It was
great. Were terrible. They were absolutely mince.
Allegedly.
They were, and it was. I didn't believe this whole thing about all they seem to do is just punt the ball long, and it was literally diagonal balls. They were just getting the ball to the left back or the right back and hoofing it up to Big John Daly's a zombie, just hoofing it up to him and looking for knockdowns and stuff. And that's all they did. The bits I didn't watch the whole game. I think I watched the first half, and it was just dreadful. Don't get me wrong. I didn't think Hearts were that great, but the Sevco guys were just kicking lumps out of them. Yeah. Every opportunity. I missed all the stuff about Kenny Miller. I think his was maybe pretty bad as well.
I missed that. I did miss that myself.
I saw it. It was bloody GBH.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they even get to. But the bottom line is like that.
Team, they remind you of an old team. They're animals.
They
Sorry, have you seen that meme that's doing the rounds on Facebook now? It's like John Guidetti with a big kind of shocked look on his face that just says, "Who the fuck are Rangers?"
I think I did see that one tonight, actually, yes.
It's a cracker.
Bring them on.
To be serious, I mean, are they going to get to the stage where we can play them? Maybe that's why
How funny would it be if we can't? How funny would it be?
That's maybe why the SFA aren't releasing the actual date for the game, because they're going to have to reschedule it somebody else. Who did the Huns put out? I forget who they beat in the last round. St Johnstone or something like that, in Inverness or Kilmarnock, something like that. Anyway, whoever they play, they might actually.
How funny would that be?
Reinstate them, but yes, we'll see. We'll see how we go. We shall see how we go with them. But it's not looking good for the poor Sevconians. And Craig White coming back is that's really going to.
Oh, they'll love
cat
that.
amongst the pigeons as well, because if he comes out and starts spilling the beans, then it's going to get messy. The gift that keeps giving, boys?
Oh, it certainly is.
I was just reading back on it the other day. Sorry, I was reading back on it the other day, and see if you just read back the comedy, everything that's happened over the last 2 years. Think about it, like the last 2 owners of Rangers before they died were green and white.
That's right. That's right.
The last player they ever signed was called Selleck.
That's right. That's right. No, that's just,
forget,
when you think about it,
they just keep going. You know?
It's the great Fenian conspiracy, obviously. That is quite funny. Because that was the joke at the time as well. They were wanting Lex Gold to come in as well, so it would have been right go. That's all good, right, guys? I think we should start wrapping it up now. So, in terms of Liam, what's happening in good old Osaka town, mate?
Well, I'm actually doing a charity run on Sunday. It's called the Santa Run. Basically, we all dress up as Santa and we do like a 5-kilometer run or walk for charity. Nice. So we're doing that on Sunday morning. That'll be fun.
Tell me this: what's the old Christmas tradition, if there is one, in Japan in general? Because I'm very ignorant on that whole thing, mate.
It's bizarre actually. Japanese people usually work up until about December 27th or 28th.
Right.
And they get about a week off until about the 4th or 5th of January.
What's the main religion in Japan?
Officially it's Shinto, but the reality is that most people don't really take religion seriously.
Right.
I was talking to my girlfriend about it the other day, and she was like, oh, well, a Japanese person typically has... they have a Shinto ceremony when they're born, they have a Christian wedding, then when they die they have a Buddhist funeral.
All right.
they don't. Religion's not an issue here at all, you know.
Wait. Let's rewind that.
What?
I was chatting to my girlfriend the other day. Is that what he just said there?
Yeah.
You notice how he just slipped it into the conversation?
There. Sorry, boys, update you on that one, didn't I?
That went past my radar. It flew under my radar. So expanding this, Liam.
The bold Liam's getting a bit. Good on you. Should we take this off here?
Anyways, as I was saying, the Christmas thing, it's kind of the reverse of Scotland, right? Because like Christmas is the time when you would go out with your friends or with your bird or whatever, and New Year's the time you would spend with the family. Whereas in Scotland, it's more like Christmas is like the family time and New Year's the going out time kind of thing.
Yeah.
What they do here, this is a bizarre thing, right? The big thing in Japan at Christmas time for food is Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Not any other kind of chicken. It's got to be KFC.
People are queuing up round the block to go to KFC on Christmas Eve.
Not KFT, Kentucky Fried Turkey.
No, definitely KFC. You can't get turkey in Japan. You can't. Unless you get somebody who can import it for you.
Niche in the market there.
Aye.
So they still do the Santa Claus thing and all that, yeah?
Oh, I mean,
it's not a Christian country.
I mean, I'll probably do it sometime next month. I'll probably dress up as Santa for my primary school wains at some point, you know.
You better put the beef back on then, Liam.
The first time in ages, the Santa suit won't fit as snug as it used to, you know. But so they do that, and then at New Year is weird because New Year is just really boring. Nothing happens. It's like you go to if you're Japanese, you'll wait till midnight. You'll sit down with your family and have like a meal of soba noodles, but it's like specially prepared New Year soba noodles. Then you all go to your temple and get
the KFC flavour soba noodles.
I don't know, maybe. There's a gap in the market.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it yakisoba, Liam?
Well, that's your fried noodles. They don't really do that. Yaki basically means like fried or grilled.
I've had yakisoba.
Yakisoba is good.
They are delicious. What I say.
You are a man of the world, Patrick.
I've been to Osaka twice, Kev. Did you know that?
Did not know that.
I've been to Osaka twice, yep.
Many moons ago.
Did you go to the aquarium when you were out here, Pat?
Sorry?
Did you ever go to the aquarium?
All I can really remember about Osaka was a Budweiser bar.
All right.
And some tempura places. And a place where it was like the most, I mean, it's probably fairly common around the world, but being a bit, uncultured and all that. It was a restaurant where you had it was pretty much like a barbecue on the table.
That's a Korean barbecue restaurant. They're very common.
Yeah, that was outstanding, I've got to say. And yes, so I enjoyed Japan very much, but I don't know how you get around the Bob Liam, because we had to get a chaperone because there's just nothing in English. Everything was in Japanese, surprisingly.
Aye.
So we even known where to get. We ended up having to get a train out to companies and stuff like that, and we had no idea where we were going. So, and it was, well, I think the second time I was there, it was probably the most humid I've ever experienced in my entire life. It was flipping horrible. It was so humid. It was literally, you walked out of the hotel and you're just sweating. So
it's because it's on the bay and it's surrounded by mountains. It's like Osaka's always like 2 or 3 degrees hotter than the rest of Japan for some reason. It's just to do with the geography of it. But on the other hand, it means we never get hit with tsunamis.
There's always a bonus.
Good old Wakayama Prefecture always gets in the way.
And also,
it's an education. That's half the world away is an education.
I actually remember Kev getting the bullet train to Kyoto.
Oh, did you?
So there you go. If you've ever go to Japan, go to Kyoto. I get told it's the place that all Japanese people want to live. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I get told.
I'd love to live in Kyoto. I was there on Monday, actually.
How far away is Kyoto from Osaka?
On a regular train, let's see, when we went on Monday, it took us about 45 minutes. It's basically the same as going from Glasgow to Edinburgh.
All right, okay.
In fact, it's weird because culturally, Osaka and Kyoto are very much like Glasgow and Edinburgh, because Kyoto is kind of like the more sort of old-style artsy universities and culture and tourists. Osaka is more like offices and factories.
All right.
So it's like Osaka is very much like Glasgow and Kyoto is very much like Edinburgh. It's a funny.
Come on, Osaka! Come on, you Osakas! Get it round you, Kyoto.
No, Kyoto is really posh. It's all like temples and stuff like that.
Just like Liam says, it's like Edinburgh. No offence to any Edinburghers or Paul Larkin if you're listening. But get it up east.
Actually, on the subject of Paul Larkin, that's maybe one of the announcements you should do. Is Paul's got the soundtrack and a story behind the making of the Asterisk Gears. So he has it available if you go to Right Gadget, so it's his website. So rightgadget.com, you'll find some details on that. But you can basically get his book and the soundtrack, and it's a pay what you want kind of option. I can't remember what the email address was, to be honest with you, but if you go to that website, you'll see details on it. It's like a little poster thing on it. So you can get that as, I think from today. Is it? From Friday, or is it tomorrow? Basically, you can buy it.
I definitely saw something out about it. Was it yesterday or the day before? So
yeah, I think it's out for a limited time, but it's basically like the soundtrack I haven't listened to. I've started reading the book on it, so and it's about all the stuff that you had to go through in making of the Asterisk Gear. So you can probably imagine the stuff he was getting pummeled with when he was trying to write a book about such a touchy subject for some. So yeah, just if you go to rightgadget.com, you'll find some details on that. Or he's got, I was going to say a Facebook group, but that got locked down the other day as well for a particular reason. But I think all the money he was making, he was donating to a food bank as well. So I don't think he's actually making any spondylix out of it. So if you can, get on his website and have a butcher's of that one. So it's all on.
And of course, the world tour is underway, isn't it? The Asterisk Gears.
I saw him saying he's in Larne, I think, this weekend. So he's done his sort of premieres and stuff like that in Glasgow. So I think he's in Larne and then sort of goes around the world. So he'll be in Earth sort of fair shores in April of next year. So we'll make a bit more of a push for that. I think probably after New Year when everyone's
a bit closer to it. Yeah, but no, we're looking forward to it over here anyway. It'll be great to have him over, and we're all going to chaperone Paul around Australia. There's a few people putting their hands up to do it. Poor Paul, he'll feel like a relay baton. He'll be getting passed. He'll get passed from city to city over here, but we'll all do our best to look after him anyway, and I'm sure it'll be some good nights. We're going to be watching him or doing the screening of the Asterisk Gears, and having a little. I think there'll be a little Q&A and whatever the format's going to be. But we'll be at Rosie O'Grady's for that one. So Perth CSC and Mandurah CSC. Well, I have to